I think this is the perfect place to hand it over to Lara, who's going to be walking us through a number of initiatives that are underway, that are planned for 2023. Over to you, Lara.
Hear me, Shanti?
Yes.
Okay, wonderful. So let me share my screen. For those of you who have not met me, I'm Lara. I have recently joined the MC team. And essentially what we thought is we do a little bit of an overview of the chapter for new joiners. But then looking at the number of initiatives people are recalling, I think it's a great time to do a refresher for everybody in the group. The intention is not to walk through all the details in this. It is just to really provide a high-level flavor of the chapter, the initiatives, the membership details, and then leave some time for Q&A. So we have 40 minutes left in the call, so we'll try and keep some questions to the end. And then, being the newest member of the MC, I will share some details, but if I don't know the answer, I will immediately look to the rest of the MC to provide insight. Yeah. Let me check. Can you see my screen?
Sure.
Yes? Okay. All right. Please do keep your questions coming in the chat window because we can pick them up all together at the end. The chapter mission is obviously, very related to what we want to do.
Sorry, Lara, to interrupt. Can you change the view mode to the full screen?
Can you see it on full screen?
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, Piyush. Thanks, Anuj. So the chapter mission is, of course, the advancement of the coaching profession. We have numerous chapters in ICF. I think in India, and correct me if I'm wrong, I think we have 6 chapters in India, Bangalore being one of those 6. And this slide essentially just lays out the broad focus areas in terms of who we are really looking to work with and who we are looking to serve as a chapter. So the client community, the coaches and the coaching profession itself, enhancing our own skills, and of course, promoting coaching globally and working with other chapters. If I move on, in terms of the board of directors or MC, as you will hear us alternatively call out, this is the current set of board. There are 9 members with Dr. Winston as our president, Jayashri as vice president, Piyush is our treasurer, Durga is playing the role of secretary, and she also runs some other initiatives. Gayatri is in charge of the magazine, research. Sanyog runs the University Connect program. Shanti, of course, does the learning sessions, these sessions. Varun looks at our CSR initiatives, and then myself in terms of member experience. So this is how we're structured. And while we look at specific areas, we support each other a lot in the back in terms of, working across initiatives also. This playbook is also shared on the members WhatsApp group. So you do have access to it. I can share it again today, just in case you need, details from this, yeah? So this member overview is I think this data was taken in November when I started. It keeps changing. So this is not an absolute number. Please don't look at it like that. But it was just to look at, how many members do we have totally? So we have 200 members. And the way we look at that is when somebody signs up to a global membership, if they choose Bangalore as the affiliate chapter that they want to be associated with, or if they are an ICF member globally and they sign up to our chapter to be as a local chapter for themselves. So this gives you a flavor of that. One point I wanted to call out, if anybody approaches you saying they want to join the ICF Bangalore chapter, they first need to be a member of the global chapter. So if people come to our website and they sign up without having signed up globally, we need to redirect them. So just for awareness, if someone approaches you, do tell them to sign up globally and then choose Bangalore as their chapter. This slide gives you an overview of the initiative. So this is the answer to Shanti's questions in some sense, in terms of the different initiatives. And what I'd like to do is I'd like to invite the board member who's leading each area to say, talk for a minute or two on each of their initiatives, and it'll give you a better flavor of different areas. Can I start, Jayashri, with you, with the newest initiative that we want to kick off this year, which is Communities of Practice?
Sure. Thank you, Lara. So I know, you guys, Mukesh had put it on chat and Anant had listed out all the initiatives that you're aware about. There were two themes that came out very strongly in the chapter meet that we did on September. Yeah, one is about a sense of community that we wanted more of. And there are some other initiatives that Lara will take you through to enhance that sense of community. The second that came up was community along with professional development. Can we use the community that we have to further our individual areas of interests and coaching practice? Of course, we have a dedicated attention to learning, which is very beautifully led by Shanti. In addition, what you will see this month is the launch of Communities of Practice of the ICF Bengaluru chapter. So it's centered around shared interests. There are 4 pillars of COP: coaching supervision, team and group coaching, DEI, and business development that we had identified. In line with global practices, the COP will provide both an opportunity to deepen our expertise, but also share best practices, emerging trends, tools, tips, connect with the relevant bodies, and so on and so forth. The COP is envisaged as a community learning space, so it draws upon the expertise of our members, and we will also invite people from outside. For instance, we have people on the call and in our members who had raised their hands and volunteered very beautifully to support both coaching supervision and business development, which was the first 2 communities of practice that we will launch immediately. But we might also invite, for instance, for business development, maybe somebody from LinkedIn who can throw light on how do we create impact or increase our SSI scores? Yeah, how do we draw or connect our multiple social identities to draw clients in, and so on and so forth. So it'll be a blend of those. Each community of practice will be led by volunteer co-leads with support from the MC member, me. And the co-leads will draw the annual plan for the community based on what the community needs. Yeah. So what we will be doing in the next 15 days is inviting the folks who had volunteered for a meeting of the core community of practice co-leads. So if any of these 4 areas are of interest to you and excited to volunteer and take the initiative and shape the community of practice for our Bengaluru chapter, please do reach out, WhatsApp or email. And as members, you could choose to be an active member of one or more communities of practice, or just step in as and when the activities or initiatives call out to you. So that's about it. Lara, back to you.
All right. Let's move to the next one, which is Unicorn, short for University Connect. Can I check if Sanyog is on the call? I don't think he's on the call. Dr. Winston, would you like to cover this one in place of Sanyog? Is Dr. Winston there? I'm not looking at my...
Yeah, I think you need to unmute, Doctor.
Sorry about that. Sanyog is actually spearheading this unique contact with Christ University, and since they're closed, they are opening out in February. We're going to start up pro bono coaching again. So that's what we are doing with Uni Connect. Thank you. Back to you, Lara.
Okay. Thank you, Dr. Winston.
You're welcome.
The next...
Lara, on Unican, can I speak 1 minute?
Yes, sure. Please go ahead.
So most of us would be anyway, aware of this. In this program, we generally coaches the Christ University student in Bangalore. So this year, engagement is work in progress, and Sayog is discussing with us with the college. So we will still come back to you guys on the pro bono coaching assignment and opportunities for us to engage and collaborate. So please, the submission would be here. Just keep your calendar open to get more requests once Sanyog has a detailed plan on the engagement for this year on this University Connect. Just wanted to add on.
Yeah, thank you so much, Piyush, for adding that. And if there are questions or any clarification, put it in the chat or hold on to it, and we'll try and address all of them at the end of this session. The next two are Agastya and the work we're doing with Association of People with Disabilities. So I'm going to invite Varun to say a few words about both these initiatives.
Thank you, Laura. Thank you all, and a very good evening to all. So it's a privilege to say that we were able to tie up with the two NGOs the last quarter. One is the Agastya International Foundation, and also the Association of the People with Disability. So to talk about the Agastya, so Agastya is promoting the education in 21 states in India, and they had directly impacted the face-to-face 6 million children and 2 lakhs teachers. Their continuous efforts. So we are happy to have a tie-up with them and to support them through the coaching. So this program was launched on the 26th of December with Agastya extended their premises and hospital dress. And I'm taking this opportunity to thank one of our 23 volunteer coaches who is a part of ICF Bengaluru, a chapter, agreed the support to coach over a period of 6 months. I'm taking this opportunity to thank Professor Winston, Piyush, Ashok Narain, Bhavani Joyce, Nikhil Benegal, Raju Bhatnagar, Ravi Panikar, Vinit Kumar Singh, Kunal Gupta, Veena Murthy, Sunil Kumar Vaya, Prakash Talia, Pankaj Dikshit, Narayana Murthy, DVB Prasad, Narayan Kamath, Dr. Rupa Rao, Sindhu, Jalaja, Namita, Nandini, and Mandar. Thank you all to being with us for this good cause. On behalf of my chapter, I'm thanking you once again. We also have a tie-up with our Association of the People with Disability. So APD India is an NGO based in Bangalore and spread across districts of Karnataka that helps transform the lives of underprivileged people with disability. It was established in 1959. So as a part of the International Day of People with Disability, we are honored to be a part of the walkathon on that event. So I'll be connecting with you guys. We need your support to coach them through the pro bono coaching. We are actually planning to coach the senior leadership, inclusive of the CEO, to take it further. And ICF Bangalore is committed to supporting the social causes and looking forward to more projects. And we always want to say to the crowd, to the society, that you are not alone. The ICF Bangalore chapter is there to support you through the power of coaching. And we really need your support. Thank you, my MC team, my colleagues, and for enormous support and motivation that given me to take up these projects. Thank you all once again. And back to you, Tara.
Thank you so much, Varun. Thanks for that. So I'm moving to the next one, which is the chapter magazine. Many of you may have seen this already. What you see here is the latest cover. This is led by Gayatri and then Amita also. Basically, this is a magazine curated for and by ICF coaches. There's links that are shared in the members group, very often inviting contributions. So I really encourage that, all of you, if you have a thought, if you have an article, if you want to put something out there that can help the coaching community, please do. Please do submit. And Gayatri and Amita provide enormous support in helping really shape up the articles and have it published. The next one, I believe, is being published on the 21st of this month. So watch that date for the next article. There's also a new piece of work that Gayatri is leading, which is around research. So the topic this time for the research is, now that the magazine is stabilizing a bit, is long-term sustenance of coaching impact. And Gayatri has already kicked off a pilot with a group of coaches, coachees, and sponsors all of the members of ICF Bangalore will receive a link to contribute to this research work, and the final results of the research will again be shared back on LinkedIn, but also back, of course, with the members. So that should come out somewhere in February, inviting all of you to contribute. Moving on, the learning session. Shanti.
Thank you, Lara. Everybody who's here definitely knows about the learning sessions. The intent is to bring to you nuggets that you have asked for. We've continued to do that in the past, where we've spoken about competencies, coaching tools, building business, so on and so forth. And we continue to hear those themes and topics from you. We would love to see some of you also present. If there is a particular topic in your mind that you are very passionate about, do reach out to me and we'll be happy to host you in the upcoming sessions. Thank you, Lara.
Thank you so much, Shanti. Moving to the next one, the Book Cafe. Durga, over to you.
Yeah, thank you, Lara. So, in the beginning, when Shanti was running the question, I did hear somebody saying, want to read 25 books this year. So, I got into facilitating running of the Book Cafe because I was looking for an accountability to read books last year. And I thought, what better than even hosting a book cafe as an accountability? So any of you who are looking to read books and share them as well, so we, re-emphasize and retain the learning. They say when you share, you retain more learning. So join us. And we have this running once a month right now. People who want to, we started with one book, but then we learned over the period of running it, just choosing one book a month doesn't work because each of us want to read different books. So whichever book that you've read resonated with you and you want to come and share, reach out to me and we can, host you in the Book Cafe sessions. We have this once a month right now, and we are also looking at bringing in authors interactive sessions this year. So look forward for more happening in Book Cafe this year. Thank you.
Thank you. Chai Pe Charcha. So Pankaj is traveling and couldn't be here, but let me see if there's any regulars on the Chai Pe Charcha meeting who would like to say a few words about this. Anyone wants to unmute and share?
Yeah, I can go. Lara, Johnny here. This is one thing that has got me into a habit on Saturdays, that ever since I discovered ICF in India, and it keeps me going. I think Mukesh is here. I can see him. Ravi Panikar, Anuj sometimes joins. Sushma joined last week. So Chai and Sunil, of course, yes. So Chai is something which is bring your own chai for the session, and we don't. The best thing about this session is that we don't have any agenda. For example, last Saturday, 2 days back, we were discussing about cars and highways and drives, and so that's what is. It's like in the moment, and this is something that we enjoy every Saturday, and we're also thinking of having a in-person Chai Pe Charcha very soon, maybe 2 weeks from now. That's it from Chai Pe Charcha, Lara. Thanks.
Thank you so much, Johnny. All right. So in terms of member connects, so we have lots of connects, but we have 3 formalized sessions. So one is when somebody new joins, essentially we have a little bit of an onboarding. It's basically a phone call with them to welcome them into the chapter, and then sharing a document like this, which helps them to get an overview of what we do and all the different ways in which they can participate. This document you will see has lots of detail, and that is intentional so that a new member can actually lean in quickly. The second is local hub meets. And this is something that Jayashree had put a survey in the WhatsApp group members WhatsApp group sometime back, inviting participation, and we'll talk about that in a minute. So the local hub meets essentially are groups of people, groups of members who meet at a convenient location for them at a higher frequency than we would all meet together as a chapter. The hub meets are intended to be mini meetups, but you can go to any hub. So if you're in one part of the city one day, you can go to another hub if you happen to be there on the day that they are meeting. Right now, there are 4 hubs: Koramangala, Cunningham or MG Road, Indranagar, and Jayanagar. Now, we recognize this will evolve as more people participate. Maybe people travel in for this and say, hey, we found a group that want to meet in another location. This will evolve. But at the moment, what I'd like to share is there are a few focal points who very kindly volunteered their time to lead and coordinate these sessions. And I think many of them are on the call. So let me call out the names. So for Cunningham and MG Road, it is Shamik and Srikantan. For Indranagar, John and Anand. For Jayanagar, Srinivas and Narayanamurthy. And for Koramangala, Naz and Lakshmi. Please do reach out to these folks if you want to join their hub or if you need any clarification. All of them will be creating a form of communication with the participants who've already signed up. You can see the names on the list here. And then, we will centrally also communicate the dates of the hub meets so that you're aware and you can pick a hub that you want to visit. Thank you all to all the focal points for, stepping in and leaning in to drive this initiative. Then we have the chapter meets, which is all of us meeting as a chapter. We had a lovely meet last year in KGA where all of us came together and met. This year, we are planning to meet again on 25th of February. So please save that date because on 25th, we hope to organize something. If you have exciting ideas or you have suggestions on, what we can do, please do send them through to us, and we'll be most happy to look at how we do this together. The last bit of this session is about membership. I can talk through the membership. Piyush, is there something you would like to share in this section before I say anything further?
No, Lara, go ahead. Nothing specific.
All right. So right now, for membership to the chapter, I mentioned this earlier. You need to be an ICF Global member. When subscribing to the global membership, select ICF Bangalore as an affiliate chapter. Last year, we had no additional cost to join ICF Bangalore separately. But this year, I think from March onwards, Piyush, we'd have to make a fresh decision on whether that continues or not. So at the moment, this is the way that people can join the ICF Bangalore chapter. If you have a challenge with the process, please let me know. Reach out to me directly. I'm on the WhatsApp group myself. And our contact details, all our contact details and our LinkedIn details are in this deck, so you can reach out. And once we know that you've signed up or a new member has signed up, they are added to the different communication channels. I'm going to put this slide up here. So there's a members WhatsApp group for people who have signed up as members. There is a friends WhatsApp group for those who may not be members yet, but are still very interested in coaching and are on the journey. There is also a mailing list. If you're not receiving mails other than the learning sessions, if you're not receiving any emails, please do reach out because your email may have expired or it may not be on the mailing list, but I could take a look for that. And if you're not following our LinkedIn channel, if you're not aware of the YouTube channel, the website, these are the links. This deck will be available to you. So please do check it out and support what the chapter is. There are some benefits here. I'm not going to go through that. Piyush, anything to add? Have I missed anything?
I just wanted to add the note piece, the later part lower part of the slide. So if you are part of global membership, and say if you want to be a different affiliate chapter when you selected globally, then there is an additional fees to still join the ICF Bangalore chapter. So you can join us by, there is a website link where you can go ahead and register yourself and pay nominal fees for joining and being the member of the chapter, Bangalore chapter group. So I just wanted to highlight that.
Yeah. Thank you, Piyush. All right. I think that brings us to the end of this overview as such. I will take a look at the questions now and we can go into that. But really, I just wanted to end by saying, I mean, this is such a warm and welcoming community. I joined myself not very long back. And it's for us, by us. So please do lean in. I hope the initiatives, any one of the initiatives that catches your attention, if you have energy and interest, do reach out to anybody on the board or even some of the more seasoned members in this group who have been with the chapter for a long time. And save the date for 25th. Let's look at the questions. I will stop sharing.
So 25th is the date for a chapter meet. I think Lara will not call it. I just wanted the members to know. So look forward for a physical meet. We'll have, as we had last year, fun in the Bangalore Golf Club. I think we'll look out for some similar and much better engagement for this year too, and continue to build up on that. Look forward for your participation on those events also. Please reach out to us if you want to contribute and help us to organize and be a part of that event team. That will be great help.
So for now, please do block your dates for 25th. We are still figuring out the logistics. But yes, we would love to make it with your inputs. So if any of you have an ideas, desire to support us, please do reach out. You can DM me. I can put my phone number on the chat, or you can message any of our board members. And we look forward to creating an event with all your participation that's worthwhile for all of us. So, yeah. Johnny, we have the date. We are still figuring out the time. So give us a few days to get back.
I'm wondering how to block them.
How about doing 9 to 6? It'll be somewhere around that time.
Oh my God.
I mean, Johnny, you could be put your hand up to help us put it together, in which case it'll turn out to be 9 to 6 for you.
All right. Shall we look through the questions? So I'm just going to look through the questions. Lovely asks, is the Unicorn project face-to-face or online? I think this, Lovely, this has
online,
been...
yeah.
Got
clarified. Somebody responded.
Yeah.
Thanks.
I think, Lara, all the questions have been answered. Shanti's been answering the questions. There are 2 folks who are not on WhatsApp that they have given the numbers. And we can get in touch with them later to figure out onboarding them to the WhatsApp through the process. Yeah.
Yeah, and Srinivas asked, are you going to share the playbook on the WhatsApp group? The answer is yes. Lara, right after the call, you can post it again on the WhatsApp group.
Yeah.
I have a question. This came up in our last Saturday chai, and Dr. Winston was giving us a heads up, and he said we will discuss it today. Is about the corporate connect, and this is something which I would like to see some of our younger coaches who are training to become coaches would like to get an exposure to corporate, and corporate can see, like we do for NGOs. I think we can get some corporates to come and have sessions with us to understand what coaching is and what is the power of coaching. And it can help some of our coaches or many of our coaches. So we spoke about it briefly, Ravi, Dr. Winston, and he said that he's looking to have somebody and have an initiative. So can somebody throw some light on that as how we plan to move forward on that?
Dr. Winston, would you like to take up the...
Yeah, we actually got that on a plan. We'll be discussing it and we'll get back to you on that, Johnny.
So one of the things which is, since we're talking about it, is an invitation, is that what we found is some of the large organizations, right? If you like, or the big tech and so on and so forth, the larger the organization, they already have access to coaches, they already have programs, or they have internal coaches, and it is not new. It's the organizations that have not experienced coaching so far is ideally where we would like to go to expand even the world for coaching. So if any of you have your clients or your connects, that you can open the doors for us, where we can support you to, as a board, can support you to go present coaching. Maybe, we can look at various formats. We can look at a demo of coaching. We could look at a panel discussion. We can look at just a presentation on what coaching is. And we have had some modules that we had prepared to, present about coaching in colleges that we can refine, so on and so forth. Truly, what we are asking is support from this community to make that happen. The board will support you to take it forward, the administrative elements, but the foot in the door, if we can get support, that would be fantastic.
Yeah. There's one more question in the chat for Manoj, which says, which of the initiatives are open for non-members? I believe the learning session is open for non-members. Is there any other session open for non-members?
Chai is open for non-members.
Chai, okay.
So the
Book cafe is also open for non-members. It's just that we've not been circulating in friends group because there had not been much participation, but we can start doing that again. Yeah.
There will be one element, which is the learning element in the community of practice, which can be made open for non-members, but there would be other closed events for the members within the community of practice.
Thank you.
And while everyone is there, Lara, this is something that we keep getting as a question in the past. I thought we can answer that as well for everyone to take away. The Friends group of Bengaluru chapter doesn't need people to be on ICF Global membership, and it is a free group. So in Bangalore, we don't charge for folks who are not part of ICF Global. They're free to join in the Friends group. So I've seen quite some requests coming in, or discussions happening because they're not aware of the Friends group. So you can share to your, whoever is asking, who have not been the global member, do share with us and we can add them in the Friends group.
Yeah, even ICF Chennai has a non-member community group.
Yeah, which is our Friends group. And what we ideally look for when we onboard people to the Friends group, that they have either an inclination to the coaching world, if not actively practicing, whether or not they are trained, credentialed, and ICF Global, because we really wouldn't want to open the group to somebody who is not part of the coaching ecosystem or doesn't have an interest. But yeah, you don't have to be an ICF Global member or even have a coach training background to be part of the Friends group.
But I think, Jayashree, currently I'm not a member of the Friends group for the past 2-3 years. But then what I saw in the past is we used to have a lot of facilitators as well, meaning non-coaches. So I think it is...
Facilitative, Ravi, what would you mean?
Facilitators, meaning trainers.
Yeah, and that's something that we are, as of now, it's largely, from what I see, correct. Any of you who know the members more personally, correct me, but it's largely, the conversations are all around coaching only and interest around only on coaching. So
and about the membership there?
There it is free, Ravi. For the
no, meaning the members, what is the criteria there?
For the members?
For the for anybody to join the Friends group?
As long, see, there is right informal.
Can I take that, Jayashree? I think I'll tell you how I got joined. I mean, a friend recommended my name to Rashmi when she was handling this? And said, yeah, because the topics are of interest. And so that's how. So there is no criteria according to me, and I may be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. Anybody who's interested in this topic, and that's a way we can bring in some of our, like what Jayashree was talking about, some of our contacts in the corporate who may not be coaches, but who are interested in perhaps finding coaches. And this is a good and a very nice way of saying, hey, can you meet? We can meet some of the coaches, and if you want, you can talk to them to if you are looking for coaches. I mean, it has multiple benefits. So there is no criteria according to me, Ravi.
Okay. Thank you. Thanks, Johnny. Thanks, Jayashree.
All official communication from ICF Bengaluru chapter, which are all the programs, events for members, are typically shared only in the member group.
Yeah.
Learning programs, which are open, are also sometimes shared in the friends group.
But the friends group, those members don't represent the MailChimp.
There are many of the folks on the friends group are also on MailChimp.
They
So
subscribed and
So MailChimp has various databases, Ravi. The member group is separate. Then we have a larger database of some 1,700 people who have attended workshops in the past from ICF. So, yeah, so our learning sessions go to everybody.
Okay.
Member-only initiatives go only to the, whatever the onboarded
136 people that we have
something
on the
like
group. Okay. Thank you.
No, there are some members who are not part of WhatsApp group, but who are bona fide members of ICF Bengaluru chapter.
Okay.
They get the emails.
So as a follow-up question, Jayashree, is for members who are part of ICF Global, but their local chapter is say Bombay and Mumbai and Delhi, can they participate in ICF Bangalore events?
As long as you're a member, yes. So there is a nominal fee to be a member of ICF Bengaluru chapter. This year till March, it is 1,500. Every year, we would announce the membership rates. And you can be a part of ICF Bengaluru chapter. You're a global member. As long as you're a global member, even if you're not a member of ICF Bengaluru chapter, or even if you're not a member of any of the ICF India chapters, we have had one or two people who are members of chapters elsewhere in the world and who are part of our ICF Bengaluru chapter. It's a nominal payment for the year.
But there are certain activities, like for example, the Chai Pe Charcha or this event, or even the book club. They are open to everyone. Essentially, anybody who's interested in coaching can participate.
Absolutely,
right? Yeah. In the same way, are there other chapters in India where certain sections of that are open for us as well? For example, I don't know what ICF. Maybe it comes to me, but I just don't have bandwidth to look at what all is happening in India by other chapters.
So all chapters have their learning events. Many of them that I know Shanti generously shares on our WhatsApp group. Dr. Winston shares them often too. So learning events I know are open for everybody. I know ICF Chennai has various communities. I'm sure you could reach out to Viji. I think she's dropped out of the call. But what we could do, if any of you are interested in a secondary membership in any of the other chapters in the country, I could check in with those chapters. We could put the names of the people whom you need to connect to be a member to those chapters or to those mailing lists, and you could do that. We could facilitate sharing the right person's contact if that's relevant. Does that answer your question?
Yeah. So just to add to what Jayashree just said, I'm a member of Chennai as well, and when they have learning events, they put it in our respective groups. Like, since I'm a member of Chennai, once you attend a webinar or a learning event of Mumbai, Pune, NCR, when you fill up the registration, they will ask you a question: would you like to be informed of our future events? So you get directly the
mailers from them,
mailer from those events as well. So that is possible, Deepak. You can attend all the chapters events.
Even Jayashree is part of Chennai chapter, Johnny.
I am
too.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. And we have PMC on the call who can talk more about Chennai. If,
Yeah.
Yeah, Dani, in general, we do have multiple chapter membership being part of Chennai Charter chapter. The association requirements of voting may vary. However, we call our group members and associate group. So in our website, it is there as what is a member and who is a member and who is an associate. So very clearly explained over there. I can't extempore tell you that. I am not the person responsible for it. However, we do accept affiliates who are not, rather, ICF global membership is not mandatory. There is a provision for us to accept them as an associate. So that's possible, and people who are members of the other chapters can also be members in Chennai. That's possible. Mr. Baburaj Nair is the director in charge for that from 2022 to 2024. So he is the right person to contact, and his contact details are available on our website as well.
Thank you so much, PMC. And before I see some folks need to drop out, can I request folks to please kindly put on your videos where you can. You'd love to have a nice memory of a picture of those who have logged in today. And maybe give 10 seconds for whoever else needs to come back on. Love to see your lovely smiling faces. All right, just give us a second more. I'm just toggling screens to take both. There you go, I got it. Nice, lovely smiles. Thank you so much. Lara, sorry, back to you. I just wanted to make sure we got a picture before people logged out.
Thank you so much. And I think we addressed all the questions. If you have more, send them to us on the group. And thank you all for joining and staying on. So looking forward to a wonderful year with all of you.
Yeah. Thank you so much. There are no CCUs for this session. All those. We'll get back onto the CCU rigmarole from next session onwards. I've put in the details for the next session in the text chat, and looking forward to meeting all of you on 23rd. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.